have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
There's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight
from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
What do we got this week?
We're going to look at Halley's Comet. I just want to talk about the comet's significance in history.
Named after Eminem's daughter, Halley.
No. We will get to that later, though, on who names it. But we're going to start our story in 240 BC.
240?
Yeah. So I'll work our way.
Ago.
It is a long time ago.
We've done BC? I don't think
we have done BC.
Have we?
Yeah, Diogenes was BC.
Oh, yeah.
Crassus was BC. Only just.
No, he was AD, because I said because he related to Jesus. It was after.
No, it was before. He dies like 40 years before he's born. I'm sure of it.
Oh.
Anyway, alright, so I assume most people know about the comet. It's a visible comet that comes to the Earth every 72 to 80 years. Okay, there was one here in 1986, and there will be another one here in 2061. I'll say another one.
Okay, so
the same comet's coming back in 2061.
So I'm just going to wait. Yeah, I'm just going to wait till 2061. I think I can make it to 2061. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
You might not.
I'll give it a go. Hey, the Colonel lived to over 80, I'm pretty sure, so we'll be fine. All right. So this is not a science podcast. I wanted to point that out, that I'm not going to go through any scientific data in this podcast about Halley's Comet. So, or anyone expecting any sort of like astronomical things about how it moves around there, think, nah, this is not the podcast for you. This is the history of Halley's Comet.
I have a science-related degree, which I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to give away too much, but I also don't remember shit. So
it goes around a big circle every
helpful.
72 to 80 years. That's all you need to know.
Yes.
Now, in the historical records, 1/8 of all comet sightings mentioned in historical records have been linked to Halley's Comet.
Yes. Well, this is the only short period comet that's visible with the naked eye from
Earth. Yes. So 1/8 of
so
all
that makes
sightings.
sense.
Yeah.
Because people would have seen it before they invented the telescope.
Yes. So, as we said, we go back to when we first got it recorded was 240 BC. Chinese astronomers mentioned the comet.
Can you call them astronomers before the invention of the telescope?
It's a good question.
I guess so.
Well, they must have been looking at the sky with something. I just like I'm sure it was like a basic telescope.
But they were very into astrology as well.
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
Year of the Dragon and Year of the Snake and stuff. I grew up believing I was born in the Year of the Snake, and then I found out because the Chinese New Year is different. I'm actually Year of the Dragon.
Ah, you're a dragon.
I think it's much cooler.
I am a dragon also. I am a dragon. So as we said before, so obviously a lot of omens come about because of this comet.
Of
now,
course.
I know you love some good omens, so we're going to get some good omens today because people see a comet and all of a sudden start freaking out.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
What does it mean? So we're just going to go through some things. So we've got 240, as I said before, first historical sighting. We've got on some clay tablets, 164 BC in Babylon and Iraq. And we've got the comment, the comet was seen day beyond day for a month.
No, that's a lie.
No, I think this is a thing. Like it stays around for like a month as well. Like we see it for like a month straight.
Oh,
So it's not like one night it just sort of shoots past. I think we see it for quite an extended period of time when it passes.
okay. So long enough to have a wank to it. At least, probably several.
Several. There's probably some sort of how many wanks can you get out before the comet leaves? It's like we could run a competition in 2061.
Yeah, do you think you'll have a wank to it? Surely a chance.
It'd be like that prostitute girl at one of like how many men can you have sex with while Halley's Comet is here? 1,000 or some shit. So again, recorded by the Han Dynasty in China in 12 BC, who tracked it from August through to October. And they warned of a natural disaster.
So natural disaster happened shortly after.
No, it just says that the comment was, well, there's probably a natural disaster coming.
Oh, okay, that was their prophecy. Yeah, and
That was their prophecy. I don't know.
Or is, this is
I
like
don't-
all those.
Well, it's 12 BC. Who knows what happened?
Yeah, well, this is like all those religious people who are like, oh, the end of the world's coming in like 2000 or whatever. They just pick a date, right? And then it gets to the date and they're like, oh, well, no, actually, there's a new date. I've been told by God that there's a new date. So keep tithing. Keep giving me money, 10% of your income.
There is an incident later where everyone becomes concerned the comet's going to hit Earth. We'll get to that
it's just
later.
Gas. It's just like gas or something, isn't it?
This is not a science podcast, Ron.
I think it's just,
what it's made of.
Yeah.
That's science.
Yeah, here we go. It's a mixture of volatile ices such as water, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and dust. Yeah, so it's not like even if it hit us, we'd be fine.
Yeah. So in 684 AD, it's known as the Broom Star in China. And in 1760 AD, it's known as the White Sign.
The white sign. I thought it was blue for some reason. Yeah, okay, it's white.
Don't know. Could be blue. It'd be a bit strange to call it a white sign if it was blue, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Do you think that Halley's Comet has white privilege?
No, I don't, because it's quite clear that China seemed to have more records of this star early on than everybody else.
True, more of a white savior.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I don't think I mentioned this before about the history of it.
Your internet is shit house, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what's going on with your internet, but it's really bad.
No, as I was talking about the history before, like, it's been used to sort of, like, because they'll mention, hey, a comet came this year, everyone sort of goes, well, that's the year that Halley's Comet comes. So you can actually start to, like, use it almost as a dating system.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
So it's quite a valuable, like, its appearance is sort of,
yeah.
People can work out, yeah.
Well, he only lived for half a Halley's Comet, so that's not real good. But if you live for like a full Halley's Comet, it's not bad.
Yeah. Recorded in 12 AD by the Romans. Now, it was the death of Marcus Vrinius Agrippa. Great man. Love that man. Agrippa's awesome. And
how much do you love him? Do you want to marry him?
If I had to marry a Roman man from somewhere in history, he'd probably be my first pick, yeah. I would think so, yeah. He's probably my...
What's that other guy? Tuppy? No, that's not his name.
Pompey.
Fucking Pompey, yeah.
Pompey would have been. He's a bit old. So again, we got recordings of it in Arabic writings in 666 AD.
The Chinese thought there was going to be some disaster, but we don't know if there was one. Doesn't sound like there was.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't think we know.
It's the new deal. You haven't found out. It's the new deal scandal.
So I have to
I make so
know.
much more of a big deal of that. No one's gonna give a shit at all.
I don't think, does it, would you go, oh, an omen did happen, and that would, prove that Halley's Comet was causing these problems and these people weren't full of shit? Even if a natural disaster did happen, they're still full of
It's
shit.
like how many happen in a year? How many happen in a year? 100.
Yeah.
Landslide here, a volcano erupts there. There's probably if you look at Asia, right? Somewhere like Thailand, right? It's like they have the rainy season, so there's probably a typhoon or whatever, every single year.
Yeah. There's no time
depends on
limit
how
either.
bad it was.
They never say, hey, there'll be a natural disaster soon. They just say, one's coming at some stage. Who knows? So it appeared. So I do have another omen for you. It appeared in the annals of Ulster in 912 AD, and they said it would state it would be a dark and rainy year when the comet appeared, and it in fact was.
Wow.
So how about that?
Dark and rainy year. It's a shit prediction. At least, take some risk. Be Jesus will come back. Well, I guess it's before Jesus. Take a risk, at least.
Yeah.
Just be the lottery's going to jackpot.
Yeah. So
the dirt bike will be invented. Something like that.
So I've got another one. So again, we're jumping a little bit around with dates here at the moment. Mainly because we're going from empire to empire. But there's a reference to the fact that it's a star risen once in 70 years to mislead sailors. So this appeared in a comment in 66 AD from Yeshua. Okay, so I find that... So obviously someone's sort of gone, hey, that's the same comet from 70 years ago.
Mm.
So someone sort of come up with, hey, maybe that's the same one. That every 70 years a comet turns up.
Yeah, so I guess the saint, how there's a saint for everything, the saint of seamen isn't doing his job.
Yeah. So the sign was said to, again, we're still with Jewish historians. They're saying it was a sign so evident and that it resembled a sword which stood over the city, and the comet continued for a whole year. So they're saying the comet was there for a year.
I think they're liars, yeah. I don't think that's true.
In 451, it heralded...
I suppose it's possible it could do, because it sort of slingshots around, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it could do, a fast one, but then it does, a slow...
No.
One maybe it doesn't follow the same path exactly.
You're talking about science again. I'm not having this. I read some of it. I went, I'm not doing anything to do with science. There's rotations that goes around, and there's movements, and we can go into Sir Isaac Newton if you want. But
did it give you a headache? Did your brain hurt?
Yeah, I just gave
up.
A brain freeze. Gave up. No, I got it. It was just this is really the mathematical equations for it. I really don't want to go into that in a podcast. That would really make me look stupid, as opposed to what's happening now, which is semi-stupid.
I read a brief history of time once. That was nice. It was pretty confusing. Well, it was fairly confusing, but it was a nice book to carry around. You want to read that for months so that you could just sort of be carrying that around. People are like, oh, you're reading a brief history of time by Stephen Hawking. You're like, yes, I am. I understand every word.
Okay. I'm not that pretentious. What are we up to? So 451 AD. It heralded the defeat of Attila the Hun in the Battle of Chalons. It was seen as an omen of mass bloodshed. Okay. Again, we've got comments in 837 AD, and its closest approach so far was seen by... We've got records from China, Japan, Germany, the Byzantium Empire, and the Middle East.
Okay, they're all saying
Like I said,
it.
now everyone's talking about it in 837 AD. Everyone's talking about that giant comet that turned up in the sky.
Be pretty exciting. There's probably not much else going on. Slow news day.
It literally is a once in a lifetime thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, there's a few people gonna.
pretty unusual.
And even if you did see it as like, you would have seen it as like a 10-year-old, and then you see it again as like a 85-year-old. Pretty crazy. Emperor Louis observed the appearance and devoted himself to prayer and penance, fearing that by this token of a change in the realm, the death of the prince are made known.
So you're saying the prince is going to die because of the comet?
I think he just freaked out about the damn comet.
Yeah. The prince didn't just die. He's saying the prince will die.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the prince hears that and he's just like, you talking shit about me, bro.
You've been out for me since day one. You've just been waiting for something in the sky to fucking declare that I'm a bad king and turn the people against me.
Yeah, I'd kill that guy. They kill people for less. I mean, they killed old mate for saying the Earth went around the sun. What was his name?
Galileo.
Can't remember. Galileo, that's it.
Yep. All right, now one of the big ones.
Inventor of the telescope, wasn't he?
Yes.
I think he was.
One of them. It's one of them. Like, I keep saying this, like, there's like, the telescope slowly gets better and better over time, and like, yeah, he invented a new, better one. But again, that would be science, wouldn't it? Not history.
They use sound too sometimes for telescopes. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, they like listen to the universe, or they can like pump out sounds and then kind of generate images from it or something. How they know that celestial bodies are moving further away or coming closer, which is kind of how they worked out that the universe is expanding, is like somewhat interesting. Basically, you have like, I think they put the light through a prism, and it was basically like if it's moving away, it will generate like a certain light spectrum, like red or something. Okay, so I managed to look this up so I don't sound like an idiot. Basically, the Doppler effect, and that's how we worked out so we can tell whether the star is moving towards us or away from us, because when the wavelengths of the light, the spectrum becomes slightly bluer, or like the wavelength gets compressed if the star is moving towards us, but then if it's moving away, obviously it's less compressed, and so the spectrum will be redder. So
I get
interesting.
I get what you're saying, but like if I look at a picture of a comet, right, it's got a little tail, and I would go, that's the back bit.
That's a good observation.
Like I don't know if that works for science, but like that would be my obvious conclusion.
Yeah, or how do you know it's not a point? Like a knife, right? The point of the knife isn't the tail of the knife. I'd say that's the handle. That's rounder.
Yeah, but don't comets have tails? All pictures of comets generally have little tails.
Yeah, they do. I'm just saying that just because it's sharp and pointy, it doesn't mean that it's the tail.
Yeah, maybe. This is not a science podcast. We've talked about this.
Think of a bird. Bird has a sharp beak, which is the front, and its tail is actually, quite it's a fan in most cases, right? Or if you look at an emu, it's a sort of big round thing, sort of comet shaped. So I don't know if what you're saying holds true.
I don't know.
But like you said, you're not a man of science.
I'm not a man of science. All right, so one of its most famous is 1066. Do you love yourself a good 1066? I love myself a good 1066.
I just remember the date, I think, because you talked about it so much. But that's about it.
It is depicted on the Bayeux Tapestry.
I've heard of that.
Okay. So, big time of strife. Don't want to go too much into in what was going on, but big time strife in England. When depicting the tale upon the Bayeux Tapestry, the comet appears, heralding that the king that's currently there is not to be a good king. But the omen itself might be sort of backdating, if that makes sense. It's like, It's more like bad things happened to him. So when they wrote the story, they went, oh, the comet appeared. That meant bad stuff was going to happen to him. Oh, and look what happened. Bad stuff happened to him. So it was a bit like, I don't think it was a prophecy as opposed to a, what do we call that? Pre-prophecy? Self-fulfilling prophecy?
Prescience is the knowledge of the future before it happens. But I think, I mean, you're just looking for a reason. Like it's like if you've got, you got a bad partner, right? You're just looking for a reason to leave them. And so maybe they leave the fridge open and you're like, you're always leaving the fridge open, you fuck piece of shit. And you leave them for that, but it wasn't really that. But I think they're cheating on you.
I think this is more like if Harold II had beaten William the Conqueror in the battle, the story would have been a
good omen.
The story would have been the opposite. The story would have been like the comet appeared, saving me. And he went on and won the battle. So it's sort of like Anyway,
history is written by the victors.
So we've got an account that it was 4 times the size of Venus, and shining with a light equal to 1/4 of that of the moon.
Okay.
So a bit more descriptions.
I got to see Saturn once through a telescope, just like amateur telescope, but pretty big. Must cost these people a fuckload of money. It's pretty cool. It's very bright. I wasn't expecting it to be bright. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's just a planet, right? It's not a star or anything. But yeah, very, very bright. But you can like see the rings around it and stuff. But they're all like the same color. Yeah. So
I assume you got on a good night because it's based on like you get good viewing times of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, that sounds cool. At the same time, Native Americans also saw it in 1066. So I've got records of them seeing the same comet.
Yep.
Byzantiums have chronicled it as the Comet Star. Again, same year. Well, they said it appeared in 1067, which is interesting. So this goes back to that weird history thing, but it was like, we know that was 1066. Like, we know your history's wrong. You said this happened in 1067. Like, everybody else says it happened in 1066. What the fuck's wrong with you idiots?
Yeah, their watches might have been fast or something. And it's sort of cumulative over time. They collected a year. And they didn't realise.
I don't think so, but yeah. I'm just saying, historians weren't that accurate. So now at 1222, according to legend, Genghis Khan was inspired to turn his conquest towards Europe in a westward trajectory after seeing the comet.
It was in that direction, and he's following it?
I assume that's what we're talking about. He's going,
he obviously doesn't know that it's a false star that the sailors aren't meant to follow. He's done the opposite. He's like, fuck it, no, I'm going to follow it.
I'm going to follow this, so he's decided to follow this comet. And obviously,
I would imagine that somebody at some point, you know how like the Pope's like, oh, I'm the only guy who can speak to God. I can hear him. I can listen to him. He talks to me. We're boys.
Yeah.
We're like, we drink tinnies and stuff. And we talk about how he's got depression. And I imagine that somebody's probably just like, with these prophecies, they're like, oh, I can talk to the comet. I can hear it. It wants you to give me money. It wants a blowjob, but like just give it to me and like I'll pass it on.
But I was thinking like if you're an astronomer, right? Surely you like because it's going to come and be visible, right? You can be like, hey, I can see a comet. It's coming towards us. A comet's going to be here in 2 weeks, so you can probably predict it too if you're looking for it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like it's coming towards us. I don't think it's
not towards us, but near us,
going next to us. But yeah,
considering what's going on in space, extremely close to us.
Yeah, well, we talked about that before. That's what like the Spanish did to the South Americans, I guess the Aztecs or something. They were like, give us all your gold, or like,
that's Montezuma the
our
second.
God's not going to be happy. Yeah. Okay. But
That's-
So they knew about this stuff and when it was going to happen. And I'm sure they could look back in history and be like, yeah, this seems to happen every however long.
Well,
but I
no,
guess the records
there seems to
wouldn't
be.
been that good.
So apart from that comment that we made before about the guy that said 70-year star, no one else has made the connection yet.
Okay.
Everyone's
Yeah,
still
well, that
going.
makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's like
Well, imagine how hard it would have been to fight. Like, it's not like you can go on the internet and be like, oh, I found this article, I found this article, I found this article. It seems like it comes every, X amount of years. It's like you'd have to, like, they had all these, like, rise and falls of these empires,
Yeah.
So, like, there's different emperors collecting different stuff. It's like, libraries get burned. Like, you have to actually read that particular, like, if it's only written on one bit of paper, like, you have to be the person who reads that as well as observes and
like it is a pattern, but still 8 years is a big, like, it's a big difference. Like it turning up between 72 and 80 years is like, it's quite a bit of a like deviation from like an actual point.
True.
Like you couldn't be like, oh, this comet came 72 years ago and now it came, and then another one came 77 years after that. You'd be like, oh, that's not really a pattern.
Well, I guess now they still don't know. I mean, it just says it kind of goes like, 72 to 80 years. So I guess maybe they can't even really. Oh, no, I guess maybe they can.
No, they can definitely predict it now. Let's, definitely now. But I'm just saying, back in the day, definitely not. In Korea, they said that still in 1222, they could see it in daylight. Comet was so visible, they could see it in daylight. They were looking at a comet in the middle of the day. So, must be quite a spectacle to like see a comet flying across. In 1301, its next appearance, a Florentine chronicler wrote about the comet, and it had great trails of fumes behind it, and remained visible from the September 1301 until January 1302. So again, it seems quite visible for a long time. He did a painting of it. It was a fire-colored comet that he did the painting in 1305. And it was not until the 19th century that anyone got a better painting of it.
Okay, so just one painting he did?
So he painted what he saw. He painted this comet that he saw.
Yeah. I'd imagine it looked quite different. So, famously, haystacks at noon. Who was that? Was it Van Gogh? No, who did haystacks at noon? But, he painted basically the haystacks at different times during the afternoon, and they all look different because of the different light. So this guy just painted one, and he was like, fuck it, I'm done.
He had a plan.
It's lazy. Monet, haystacks at noon. Yeah.
Also, like, this painting was considered to be the best. Like, now we can obviously have a good look at it when it comes by. But it was the best painting of it until the 19th century. In 1456, Halley's Comet appeared again when the Ottoman Empire was invading the Kingdom of Hungary and was currently sieging Belgrade. Okay? It said that
who was sieging Belgrade?
So we got the Ottomans are invading the Kingdom of Hungary, and there's currently a giant siege in Belgrade. So the two armies are camped against each other. A hairy and fierce star who made an appearance for several days. Mathematicians declared that they would follow. What would follow would be death and great calamity.
Mathematicians said that.
Yes.
A classic mathematician prophecy.
I thought it was quite odd too. That's why I brought it up. I thought that one was like, why are the mathematicians now declaring that this is how this works?
I don't know shit. Stick to the fucking maths, boys.
Pope's
keep the prophecies out your mouth.
Pope says we've all got to pray. We've got to, like, same year.
Oh, of course.
We all got to pray. Everyone's got to pray. We've got to pray for the city's
Pray.
protection. Everyone do lots of praying.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want
Pray
the wrath of God.
They're like the comet. The comet's turning people gay.
Yeah.
Got to pray the gay comet away. That sort of stuff. Conversion camps.
He then declares that God will help us with our impending evil and drive the Turks out in the name of the Christians. So it's basically saying this comet's here to save because the Hungarians are Christians, the Ottomans are Muslims. Okay, so he's again more prayers. He said that bells at midday should be rung when the comets were there. So for some reason we're ringing the bells every day at midday while we're there. And against all odds, the Ottomans survive. The Hungarians defeat the Ottomans.
Oh,
Comet. It's all thanks to that comet. It's all thanks to the comet. So on this other weird one, right? So going back to that Pope, there's this guy a Frenchman in the 18th century who was writing a history, and he had access to a source that we don't have access to anymore, claimed that the Pope had actually excommunicated the comet.
Okay.
Yeah.
He excommunicated it.
But everyone's convinced that he probably made this up because he was very anti-Pope. Okay. It's a very biased story. So even though he said that the Pope did this, he's very anti-popes and is writing on the Protestant side about how terrible popes are. Like, what an idiot, he would excommunicate a comet.
So that implies that the comet was intrinsically Christian to begin with. So the comet somehow got baptized.
Yeah.
It's pretty old, so I assume it probably went through confirmation as well.
Yeah.
And then he had to excommunicate it.
Yeah.
But what did the comet do wrong?
I think the argument was that it was like it came while this siege was going on and it was not helping, and I don't know. It's all a bit dusty.
Lit up the sky. It was probably very helpful.
Probably.
Intrinsically Christian comet. Very nice.
So still in the same year, it was witnessed by the Sultan of Kashmir.
Kashmir?
Kashmir, maybe. Is it Kashmir a place?
MIR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Sultan of Kashmir.
It's also a song by Led Zeppelin.
Foreshadowed doom, and
it's also a type of wool, a very fine wool.
Yes,
very expensive.
yes. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. I know that. So he foreshadowed doom, and again the fall of the Sultan. So the Sultan fell that year. The Emperor of Ethiopia witnessed the comet and decided to found a city called the City of Light, and it will remain the capital for his entire reign. So this comet's making cities, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel like this comet's done a lot of good for the world, and then for the Pope to excommunicate it seems a bit rough, a bit rude, honestly.
It turns up in the Protestant Reformation in 1531.
With Martin Luther.
Yes.
He sees it.
Yes, they see it around this time. And, well, everyone probably sees it once. Like, there'd be very few people that wouldn't, like, barring tragedy, if you live to old age, you're going to see it once.
True.
So everyone sees it.
No. I think most people don't see it.
Well, yeah, like I said, people die of tragedies and young and all that sort of stuff. But, assuming you live
most people in World War II probably didn't see it. There's a lot of people who died.
Yeah, people
all those
died.
People under Genghis Khan.
Like I said, anyone who dies of old age, old age probably sees it.
Yeah, but what if they've got some condition where, like, so they die of old age at... No, I guess then you're not really dying. Well, yeah, no, you're dying of old age.
Yeah.
At like 20.
All right, so we come to how we found out. So, again, people keep recording this returning comet. So Edmund Halley notices that in 1531 to 1682, he notices that there's 3 comets that are described similarly, and starts to look into what's going on. So as you previously discussed, Edmund Halley goes to talk to Sir Isaac Newton about his little light prisming and gravitational pulls and all that sort of sciencey stuff that we're not talking about under any circumstances in this podcast. It was all about the laws of motion with Newton. He studied the 3 comets and when they came, and he came to the conclusion that in 1696 that they were all the same comet.
Like he didn't tell Benjamin Franklin about it. He would have been like, it's Franklin's comet. Because he stole all those patents and shit.
So in 1705, he publishes his results that these were all the same, understood to be the same comet. And as a result, the comet was named Halley.
Do you think that's bullshit? That he's just like... So all these people have recorded it. This other guy painted a picture of it, painted a painting of it, and he's just like, it's my comet.
Yeah. He's kind of...
It's that...
Well, the thing is, they've all had different names because everyone thought they were a different comet.
Yeah, I mean, I'd name it after myself as well.
No, I'm just saying that, like, it was like everyone gave it a different name every time it turned up. So when you realize actually they're all the same comet, he can, like, group them and take the name.
Yeah, the blue beast.
But
I guess you said it wasn't blue.
But as we discussed before, he's not going to see it again. So even though because it came in 1682. So, like, even after he publishes his findings and this sort of stuff, like, it's not proven until it comes back. Like, no one, like, you don't really, like, he goes, this comet will be back here, about here. And everyone just sort of waits for it to come back to see if he was right or wrong.
True. So if we have the technology, I think that we should exhume his body, Edmund Halley, and I think we should turn him into a volatile ice, fire him up there in 2061, and then he can be part of the comet, and then like he can just like travel around with the comet. I think that's what we should do to honor his legacy. Do you think he'd like that, or do you think he'd be fucking pissed? Dug up my body, turned me into a volatile ice, and then fired me up into the fucking into space
to put him on, find his body, put it on Halley's comet. Oh, I think he'd be into it.
I think so.
Be a way to be remembered.
He's not doing anything else. Yeah.
If you had the option to, like, I don't know, engrave your name into the moon, would you do it?
Yeah, probably.
You don't think everyone would get the shits with you?
All you have to do is get a moon membership, like you do for the rugby clubs or whatever, and they put your name on a sign at the venue.
I guess. Ever since then, we all know the comet's coming. We've got it tracked. We know exactly when it's going to come next, the year after that. It's all marked. You know Mark Twain?
Yes. Author, American.
Okay. He was born in 1835 under Halley's Comet. Now, this might be the best prophecy of this entire podcast. Because he said, I came in with that comet and I'm going to die when that comet comes back. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened.
Okay, but
So
not by his own hand.
Oh, I assume he didn't kill himself. You can Google how Mark Twain died, but it was a prediction. It came true. He was born under Halley's Comet and died under Halley's Comet. So he technically saw it twice. But was probably incoherent both times, you would think.
Well, maybe.
As I said before,
cool.
yeah. I thought that, and like the fact that he predicted it, like he's a writer, so like who wrote it down somewhere.
What a fucking badass thing to say as well.
It's about your life expectancy then, though. Like, it's not, I guess it's not a crazy prediction. It's like, I'm going to live about 75 years. Like, that's about right. Yeah.
I will live the average man's life.
Yeah, well, 75. I'll be dead about that time. Or do you reckon he just sort of went, oh, I've been holding on for years, trying not to die. Now that it's here, fuck it. Might as well just let go. In 1910, there was mass hysteria. People were selling Comet pills and bottled air as mass hysteria took over that it was the end of the world.
Because the comet appeared again.
Because the comet, well, this time the comet was going to hit Earth. And there was nothing we could do about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who said that, though?
Well, mass hysteria. It's just, it goes back to like the 2020. I assume it was similar to like the 2012 shit. Or like the 2000 bug, or like you were talking about before with all these world events.
It never did before. Never did before.
It never did.
Now it's like, it's going to hit it.
Now it's like, this time it's going to hit. Could be possible.
This time it's going to hit, bro. Yeah.
Yep. And then it obviously arrives in 1986, several years before both you and me were born. So hopefully we do live long enough to see this comet again. How old will we be? How many years away are we?
Yeah.
We're what, 36 years away. So I'll be in my 70s. In my 70s.
Yeah.
When it comes back. But you can be sure that everyone of your ancestors and everyone forever has been looking at that comet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to get some Viagra for the occasion, I suppose.
You reckon in your mid-70s you're going to compete in the masturbation race against a 15-year-old? You kidding?
I didn't say I'm racing about anything.
It's my own PB.
Crank one out the day of this comet.
Well, again, it could be here for a month. See it during the day. That is how this comet. Do you have any questions or concerns? Is there any science you would like to share before we go?
No, I don't really know anything. There's some hypotheses about the comet. In particular, Fred Whipple's, it doesn't sound like a real name, Fred Whipple's dirty snowball model. I don't know.
Well, like, we haven't seen this since 1986. How much better are cameras and technology? Like, when it comes back in 2061, we're going to have, like every time we get a way better look at it. Because technology's just got that much better.
True. Yeah. I'm just wondering does it have a gender? When will it reveal that to us? Those sorts of questions.
Yeah.
Is it sentient? That would be interesting.
I just want to know what is it trying to tell us? Like, is it natural disasters? Is it bloodbaths? Is it fight for Christian God? I just want to know what the true meaning of the omen actually is of a comet appearing. That would be really nice. And some sort of consistency with the omen would be very helpful. Yeah.
Is the comet sort of benevolent, or is it evil in some way?
Could be.
Yeah. I wonder if it was sentient and it's just like trapped going around, and and then you manage to talk to it. It's just like, please destroy me. This is so boring. This is so fucking boring. It's been doing this same thing for like, who knows how long.
That's a good question. We should have figured out, like, how long has it been going around for? That's a science question.
Maybe
I refuse to answer any science questions. What?
Maybe that's what we should do. Like, start a campaign before 2061. We'll start our own mass hysteria. Not saying it's going to hit the Earth or anything like that. But we'll just start a campaign just called, like, Kill the Comet. Or we'll be like, the comet begs for death.
No,
the comet is sentient and it's bored.
No, say something like the comet takes
Craves
out.
death.
We have some scientific data that it takes out, I don't know, telephone signals or some shit. I don't know, like some sort of like it takes out. And then you just be like, all right, now you got to sell and just start selling stupid crap to people to buy it to protect themselves from whatever. It's going to fry all your phones. You need this phone case to protect your phone against the comet's harmful,
That's a good idea.
radiation or something.
Oh, dude, people will buy that. I used to buy those
shit.
little stickers that stick on with the lights, that would LEDs that would absorb the electronic emissions from the phone. So 100% they buy those.
Yeah.
Anyway, I cannot hear you at all. So
That's pretty cool.
maybe we'll just wrap it there for this week.
All right. See you next week.
History Squirt.